Welcome to the Weekly Focus English.
Week 17. Finding Balance. Work hard, rest well. Many students feel stressed from homework, part-time jobs, and family responsibilities. Balance helps you stay healthy. Take breaks when studying, drink enough water, and get enough sleep. Rest is not a waste of time. It gives you energy to keep going.
So you're juggling homework, a part-time job, family duties, you are just, exhausted.
Oh, absolutely drained.
Right. But what if the reason you feel like you're constantly falling behind isn't a lack of effort, but a lack of intentional rest?
That's the real question.
Welcome to this custom deep dive. Today, our mission is to extract the core wisdom from a highly practical excerpt. It's titled Week 17, Finding Balance. And it basically breaks down the whole philosophy of work hard, rest well.
And it is incredibly relevant right now. I mean, this text doesn't just talk about vague stress. It explicitly targets the exact overlapping burdens you are likely carrying every single day.
Yeah, the trying to learn, trying to earn, and trying to support the people around you.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's unpack this. Because let's be real, when I hear advice about finding balance, my first thought is usually just a frustrated eye roll.
Oh, totally. Like, I don't have time for balance.
Right. If I have 3 essays due and a demanding shift at work, telling me to take a break sounds like a fast track to getting fired and failing my classes.
Yeah, it feels impossible.
It's like you're trying to run a marathon while wearing this incredibly heavy-loaded backpack. You can only go so far before your body just, forces you to stop.
You just collapse under the weight of it.
Exactly. So the text says balance keeps you healthy. But how does it suggest we actually achieve that without feeling like we are falling behind on all these demanding tasks?
Well, what's fascinating here is that the source anticipates that exact friction. It skips the abstract philosophy because the problem is physical.
Uh-huh.
So instead of abstract ideas, it insists on absolute basics. Take study breaks, drink water, get sleep. Think of your brain less like a marathon runner and more like, a smartphone running a dozen background apps at once.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, so you've got your homework app open, the part-time job app, the family responsibility app.
And eventually the phone gets hot, the battery drains in an hour, and the active apps just freeze up.
Exactly. Taking a break or going to sleep isn't just turning the screen off, it's actively clearing the RAM.
Wow.
When we look at the specific steps the text recommends, like getting enough sleep, it's because sleep is the biological mechanism that actually consolidates learning.
Right, so you literally can't retain the research for those 3 essays if your brain hasn't had the downtime to physically write that information to the hard drive.
You got it. It's a physiological limit.
And what about the water? I mean, it feels almost patronizing to be told to drink water when I'm just totally overwhelmed.
I know, it sounds super basic.
Nah.
But there is a powerful physiological mechanism at play there too. Dehydration physically mimics the symptoms of anxiety.
Wait, really? Just from not drinking water?
Yeah. It spikes your cortisol levels and increases your heart rate. So when you skip a water break to, say 5 minutes, you're chemically amplifying your body's stress response.
So you aren't saving time, you're just degrading your cognitive processing speed.
Exactly.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, I mean, we already know we should drink water and sleep. You listening to this right now definitely knows that. The real issue is the psychology of guilt, right?
Absolutely.
We convince ourselves that systematically ignoring those biological needs is the only way to prove how dedicated we are.
Precisely. And this text fundamentally challenges our modern guilt around productivity. High achievers often equate doing nothing with falling behind. But this source redefines what downtime actually achieves. It frames those actions, pausing, hydrating, sleeping, not as passive failures or luxuries. They're the mandatory operational maintenance required to keep functioning.
Which leads us to the ultimate aha moment in this excerpt. It explicitly states, rest is not a waste of time.
Right.
And based on the science we just discussed, it's an active strategic tool. It is the exact mechanism that gives you the energy to keep going. It clears the RAM, lowers the cortisol, and gives you the cognitive capacity to actually tackle that heavy load.
Rest isn't the opposite of working hard.
It's the prerequisite for it.
Yes, and that is the core takeaway for you today. True balance and health don't come from finding a magical extra hour in the day. Right. They rely on embracing those simple acts. Sleeping, drinking water, stepping away from the desk without an ounce of guilt. Recognizing them as strategic investments in your own capacity.
So what does this actually look like for you tomorrow? The source material establishes that rest is the essential fuel that allows you to keep going. You simply cannot run the apps if the battery is dead.
It's biologically impossible.
Given that fact, here is something to mull over on your own. How might your life fundamentally change if you began scheduling your mandatory rest, sleep, and water breaks before you even allowed yourself to schedule your work and family obligations?
That's a huge mindset shift.
It really is. What happens to your productivity when the downtime goes on the calendar first?